Salut pour tous et soyez les bienvenus dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Adesanete. We are talking about the new carbon market, and I've been stating that the biological carbon, the one that is involved in the short cycle of carbon, it has low value in the market, it has low permanence. And the fires that are spreading throughout Brazil right now, they are a demonstration on how lightly or how weak are those supposed to be forest carbon credits. They are just burning out today. And this is the result of a pseudo-environmentalist movement in Brazil, just like it happened on the 30s in the last century in the United States. The largest forest fires known by humanity occurred in the last century on the 30s in the U.S. And this was the result of an environmentalist movement that forbid the forest to be managed. They said that the biomass should left on the forest because it was part of the forest ecology. You need to leave the biomass so the forest could restore the ecosystem. The result was the largest fires that we have in the history of humanity, the ones that are being surpassed today by the ones that are happening in Brazil. And the reason is exactly the same. We have a pseudo-environmentalist movement here in Brazil, which is trying to implement a green communism in the Brazilian Amazon region. Those that are against the development of capital, that are against roads, against people in the forest, against the industry in the forest that could be using this biomass. And the result is the largest forest fire we have in the history of Brazil. They are being provoked by the useless Ministry of Environment. The Ministry of Environment in Brazil is completely useless. It is not in favor of anything. It is just against the development of the region. It is against roads, against industry, against people in the forest. And what they are getting out of this is the largest forest fires in the planet. Those that are showcasing that this forest carbon is useless for any market, when this is not a fraud, when it is not developed under a fraud with this Verra system, they simply burn. And it is not fire, not only fires that are spreading through Brazil, it's also infectious disease, which comes from the same areas. So we need to think about, to think very deeply, very thoughtfully about this pseudo-environmentalist movement in Brazil. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on our daily struggle for justice. Adesanete for tous les amis africains.